And good evening, and welcome to the September 24th meeting of the Murfreesboro City School Board. We're glad to have those of you in the audience with us tonight. We're glad to have those that are watching from video and TV at home. It's going to be a good meeting. We're going to stand tonight as we have Lainey Baltz, a pre-K student from Cason Lane, along with Sisters Elizabeth and Elsie Thomas, students at Irma Siegel, lead us in our pledge, followed by a moment of silence. And we want to remember a veteran teacher who passed away last night, Fran Dean, taught 30 years at Bellwood, and you'll want to remember her and her son David and the rest of the family during our moment of silence. And now our pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now our moment of silence. Thank you. All right. All right, members of the board, you have received a copy of the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda as printed?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson. We have a second.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Long. Any question or comment? I see none. All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? And there is none. Thank you. Communications, Ms. Trail.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I have a few things to report on tonight. First of all, I want to say thank you to the City Schools Foundation. This past week, they funded 50 teacher grants totaling over $72,000. We got to present those checks to the teachers, and the teachers were excited. The board members for the foundation were truly excited as well. Grants averaged, the lowest grant was $125. The highest grant was right at $6,000 with $1,400 average for our teachers. So very, very proud of that. We do have our doubles tennis and pickleball tournament coming up in November. The only way we can give out money is to raise money, so I'll give you that plug. Also, our parent academies are off to a great start. I want to thank Redstone Financial as well as Linebaugh Library. Both of them served as host sites for our parent academies in September. The next parent academy is on dealing with anxiety, and it will be offered via Zoom. We're just thrilled with the turnout from our parents and from our presenters so far. Read to Succeed. Many of you got to celebrate with us 2 Fridays ago on our Reading in the Schools Day. Read to Succeed had a hugely successful Reading in the Schools Day. We're very grateful for our partnership with them. Additionally, Read to Succeed has partnered with our parent academies to offer an ESL parent conversation hour at Cason Lane. So this is done right before school gets out, and our parents are just coming together and working on their English skills. Just thrilled to have this opportunity to offer that in our schools, and if it works really well, we'll just continue on offering it in other schools. It is a 6-week conversation hour. Thursday, October 17th is Crunch Day in Tennessee. We've been celebrating Crunch Day for 10 years now, and it's such an exciting time. Our nutrition team does a great job of sourcing these local apples. So this year we're going to be having Golden Delicious, and they're from Orrin Wooden Apple House in Dayton, Tennessee. So every student, every staff member will get a apple, and we will crunch down at noon. If you want your apple, just let me know. We'll get them to you as well. Thank you to Jeff Murphy. He is the owner of Domenico's Italian Deli for his donation to our McKinney-Vento Fund. We appreciate all those donations. Cason Lane Pre-K would like to thank Publix on Veterans Parkway for donating all of their extra school supplies to the students and teachers at that building. And Bradley Academy wants to extend their thanks to City Church for their ongoing support of the students and the staff. They provided 2 meals during Teacher in-Service Week and sponsored a back-to-school bash and on August 18th. Lastly, I lost my place there. Lastly, they provided all of Bradley's staff members with water tumblers. So they are a great community partner with Bradley. First Baptist Church donated a generous amount of food to support our backpack program and is also organizing a food drive with their congregation next month. We are always happy to see those food drives coming in and see those partnerships. Thanks also to our new community partner, H3 Church, who donated 15 boxes of school supplies to our teacher supply store. So it is stocked back up for the rest of the year, at least for 3 or 4 more months until we need some more. And then last but not least, thank you to Crumble Cookies and Culver's for supporting our staff through our We See You recognition campaign. And that is my report, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I'd like to take just a minute, if I could, if the board were allowed, to say thank you from my family, my wife, my son, my daughter-in-law, my granddaughter, for all the outpouring of love and support that we have had during the recent tragedy of the loss of our oldest son, and also during the times with surgery that I've had. We appreciate the school board, the school staff, the central office staff, the parents, the children, everybody. It's just been wonderful, the outpouring of support that we've had, and we really do appreciate it, and we're glad to have it. So I say a big thank you from all of us. All right, presentation of Board of Distinction plaque. We're going to hold up for that till the gentleman gets here from TSBA because of traffic problems. But the best of MCS. Dr. Duke?
Good evening, board. Good evening. It's glad to be back here at City Hall. We can give out some employee recognitions tonight. We have several we're going to do, but I'm going to start with our best of MCS for September. And we are excited tonight to recognize this employee for their hard work and all they've contributed to our school district. And I'm honored to ask Mr. Lance Piercy to join me at the podium. So Lance, if you want to come on up. Mr. Piercy is currently the physical education teacher, or one of the physical education teachers at Irma Siegel Elementary. He has 20 years of experience, with those last 6 being here in MCS. During the previous 6 years, he has served the students of Salem Elementary, where he was part of the inaugural staff before transferring to Irma Siegel last year, where he works with that staff and has the opportunity to actually serve where his kids attend, which is always a nice benefit. During this time in MCS, his commitment to students and schools has been quickly seen, which resulted in him not only being named a school teacher of the year, but also one of our district teachers of the year as well. His principal, Ms. Spencer, told me that the Irma Siegel community is excited to recognize Mr. Piercy as the best of MCS for the incredible impact he makes at ESE every day. He's the PE teacher, the House Committee lead, and a PLC leader. Mr. Piercy brings so much more than just skills and knowledge and leadership. He brings a contagious smile and a positive energy that lights up Irma Siegel Elementary. His student-centered approach ensures that every child feels seen, included, and motivated to do their best, all while having fun. Whether he's leading an engaging activity, organizing school-wide events, or simply walking through the halls, Mr. Piercy's creative spirit and proactive mindset are felt by all. His natural ability to bring joy to both the students and the staff make him an essential part of the school community. Ms. Spencer concluded by saying, "Thank you, Mr. Piercy, for always taking the initiative to spread positivity, for your fantastic ideas, and for creating an environment where laughter, learning, and connection thrive. Your passion and enthusiasm remind us all of the fun, to find the fun in every moment." I talked to Mr. Piercy, and he told me that he is grateful for the opportunity to get to work with the students at Irma Siegel. His hope is to equip students with the tools to build self-confidence and healthy lifestyle options while striving to introduce and engage students in activities that interest them. Lance told me that he is fortunate to work with an incredible staff that keeps him motivated to serve his community. Now, not only as director of schools, but as someone who has had the privilege of being Lance's former principal, I can honestly say there is no one who represents the best of MCS more than Lance Piercy does. He is a special gift to our district, and he has a unique ability, as Ms. Spencer said, to bring out the best not only in our students, but the best in everyone who interacts with him. So Lance, thank you for your dedication to our district and to making our school a great place for our students. Again, I can say wholeheartedly, we are a better district because of your work, and we are so grateful that you represent the best of MCS. Congratulations.
I just want to say to Dr. Duke, who hired me, thank him for the opportunity. My wife's been teaching for 20 years in MCS, and as usual, if I follow her lead, I'm going the right direction. So, no, we're very grateful for all of you for all the time and the energy that you put into supporting our schools and our community and our students. We are big MCS fans, and my daughter's an alum who's here. And my son is in 3rd grade at Irma Siegel, and just very grateful for the opportunity to be at Irma Siegel and for the time that I got to spend at Salem as well.
Thank you, Lance.
Thank you, Lance.
And I will say, he mentioned his wife, and I think he made a good choice in following Anna's lead, but he's married to a pretty amazing kindergarten teacher as well, and we're proud to have both of them in our district. They do great work.
Thank you, sir. Recognition of pre-K EAs.
Yes, we have 2 pre-K EAs we're going to recognize tonight, and for that, I'm going to turn it over to their principal, Ms. Robin Newell.
Thanks. Good evening, Board.
Good evening.
I have told you before, and you well know, that every educational assistant in Murfreesboro City Schools plays an important part in the day-to-day lives of children in the classrooms. But our pre-K EAs go above and beyond. So it is my great pleasure to introduce you to 2 of those EAs, and I want them to come up here with me, and that's Janice Ward and Tammy Dixon, both from Black Fox Elementary. Thank you. Janice Ward has worked in Devin Ryan's pre-K classroom for the last 4 years. Before she did that, she was a substitute teacher and also worked in the social work field. Tammy Dixon worked in other child care programs before joining Murfreesboro City Schools 3 years ago, and she works with Stacy Flora. Not only do they work tirelessly to help teachers and children in their classrooms, they have recently earned their CDA, or Child Development Associate credential. And this credential involves over 130 hours. That's probably double what it takes to get a master's degree.
Oh, good grief.
Double that, but it's above and beyond the hours that they are required to get at Murfreesboro City Schools. So these hours of professional development focus on social, emotional, physical, and cognitive development and growth of young children. And the time that they spend on this professional development hours don't just bring out the best in our pre-K children, they really raise the bar and contribute to the status of our profession as a whole. And so I want you to join me in honoring these amazing women for their hard work and dedication to help our youngest learners in the district. So huge.
We'll get a quick picture here.
All right, Dr. G, we're going to recognize the bus driver.
Yes. So, the board knows, because we talk about it often, what an important role our transportation system provides in transporting our students. We transport almost 6,000 students a day, and man, we could not do it without this crew. So before I recognize this one bus driver, or specifically, I'm going to ask everyone in our transportation department to stand up if you work in our transportation department under the leadership of Mr. Rome. We have the best bus drivers and bus aides, and I'm so proud of the work they do, and thank you so much for coming out tonight to celebrate. But I'm going to ask Miss Millie Rodriguez to join me at the podium, please. So tonight we want to honor another important individual in our district who went above and beyond to help someone in need. And I'm pleased to introduce Ms. Millie Rodriguez to the board tonight. On Tuesday, September 3rd, Ms. Millie noticed that Miss Geneva, who is a crossing guard for us at Hobgood Elementary, was not in her usual parking spot. And so what Miss Millie did, she did what she knew was right. She went to go check on her to make sure, because she knew that something wasn't right when Miss Geneva wasn't there. When she went to check on her, she found her in her car experiencing chest pains and having difficulty breathing in the Hobgood parking lot. Ms. Millie acted quickly and was able to help Miss Geneva into the building, where the Code Blue team was called and immediately activated. And shortly after dialing 911, she was transported to St. Thomas Hospital for evaluation. It is really because of this heroic act that Miss Bell told me that we had to make sure we recognized Miss Millie. So we want to take a moment to express our gratitude for your incredible actions. Your bravery and quick thinking exemplified what it means to be a hero. You stepped up in a challenging moment to make a difference, and you inspired others who were watching your actions. Your strength and selfless acts strengthened your team's spirit and commitment to one another. Miss Geneva, who has directed traffic at Hobgood since 1997. And we are thrilled to say that she actually returned to her position yesterday. And we know that's in part because of your actions, Miss Millie. So on behalf of Miss Geneva, on behalf of the Hobgood family, and all of MCS, we are very thankful for your heroic act, and thank you for representing the best of MCS as well.
Good evening, board.
Good evening.
Thank you for having me. I just want to say that it was wrong place, wrong time, some people say. I say right place, right time.
That's right.
I didn't do this alone. Thank you. But there's still things good that can happen in our schools. Not everything is bad. And we make the difference. If we see something, we should do something. If we see something, we should do something, because we can make that difference. Ms. Geneva said to me, "Thank you so much for helping me, because you didn't have to, but you did." My husband says I talk a lot. But if I talk a lot and it's going to save someone's life, then I'm going to continue talking.
Amen.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
That's what I want to do. You know, I am so grateful that she is okay. It just filled my heart, because from the bottom of my heart, I could have just walked away and said, no, but I didn't do that. So with that being said, I just want to say tonight, thank you to my staff. Thank you to Mr. Bryan that hired me. Thank you, Dr. Duke, for having me. And yes, at Murfreesboro City School, we are lifesavers.
Well, we're gonna we're gonna go back a little bit on our presentation tonight. Mr. Steve Haley is here from Mid-Cumberland Director from TSBA, and we're going to welcome Mr. Haley. Glad to have you, and glad that you were able to make it.
Glad to be here.
Welcome.
Interstate's a little jammed up, so I
Yeah.
apologize for the delay.
Imagine that.
Plan was being an hour early. It didn't work out that way, but thank you, Chairman Campbell, members of the board, Superintendent Duke. I'm Steve Hattie, the District Director for Mid-Cumberland. It's my privilege and honor to be here tonight to present you with the TSBA Board of Distinction Award. This award is one of TSBA's most prestigious awards. I commend your board for meeting the requirements in the 4 key areas. It's planning, policy, promotion, and board development. As you know, the requirements are extensive and not every board qualifies for the board distinction. However, this board is among the select few. On behalf of the Tennessee School Boards Association, I'm proud to present the Board of Distinction Award to the Murfreesboro City School Board of Education. Congratulations to all of you.
I will take it and keep it safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Very nice. All our names are there.
See.
Pass it each month between households.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I'm going to give it back to you to hang it to the
That's
wall.
heavy too.
Yes.
Lord,
Everybody's name on it.
that's nice. It's beautiful.
Oh, my name, my ego loves it.
Your name's on it. I saw it. Okay.
All right, next on the agenda, public comment. We have no one to publicly talk to us tonight about anything. So,
Oh, it is over.
consent item. Board, we have a motion to accept the consent item.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Suttles. We have a second.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Dodd. Any question or comment? I see none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? And there is none. Thank you. All right, action items. Approval of board committee assignment.
Yes, sir. According to Board Policy 1.300 on board committees, the chair of the school board is responsible for the appointment of board members to various committees established by the Murfreesboro City School District with input from the director of schools. In your packet tonight, you will see the board assignments made by Mr. Campbell for this year, and we are recommending approval as presented.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Richards. We have a second.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Suttles. I will say that we conversed with all board members before this was finalized, and there is one correction. The Family Resource Center Advisory, instead of Ms. Moore, that'll be me. But that's the only correction, and I failed to get it into Mr. Van Cleve quick enough. So, we have a motion and a second to approve. We have, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? And there is none. Thank you. All right. Approval of contract with Sport Court.
Yes, sir. Murfreesboro City Schools is seeking to resurface and install sport tiles on the current courts at Reeves Rogers Elementary and Mitchell Nelson Elementary. This agreement with Browning Chapman and Sport Court of Tennessee is pursuant to a Sourcewell agreement and will be funded by the 3rd year of our Project Diabetes grant, previously accepted by the school district, as well as interest earned from our county shared bonds. This is the 3rd and final year of the 3-year Project Diabetes Grant Award, and with the completion of these 2 courts, all 5 of our courts will have been redone, and I encourage anyone to drive by and see them. They have been a great addition to the community. The total cost of the 2 proposals is $236,154. $126,000 will be funded through the Project Diabetes Grant, with the remaining $110,000 funded through the interest from county shared bonds. And we are recommending approval as presented of the contract.
We have a motion to approve the contract.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Suttles, we have a second.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Dodd and Ms. Long, or was it Ms. Price?
Yes.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? And there is none. Thank you. Budget amendment for general purpose.
Yes, sir. Our first budget amendment tonight is regarding substitute teachers. This amendment is to align with the Tennessee Department of Education's new guidance on separating account codes for certified substitutes, which means they actually have a teaching license, versus non-certified substitutes who do not have a teaching certificate. This amendment reallocates $522,750 from the certified substitute line to the non-certified substitute line within regular instruction, and $155,000 from the certified to non-certified within special education. There is no net change to the accounts. The amendment does not change fund balance. It's just separating the account into two different accounts.
You've heard explanation of the budget amendment. Do we have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. We have a second.
Second. Second.
Thank you, Ms. Price.
All right, Ms. Price.
Any question or comment? I see none. All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? And there is none. Thank you. Budget amendment of the general purpose fund.
Yes, this budget amendment has to do with donations. This amendment recognizes various individual donations recently received, including donations that have been made in memory of former Irma Siegel teacher Mr. Rich Campbell for the Indigent Children Care Funds, donations for the Backpack Program, donations from United Way, State Farm, and Domenico's Deli for our McKinney-Vento program. The total amendment allocates $9,500 in support for other students and $3,000 in community services, and will be expensed for food supplies for our Backpack Program, assisting children in need, and providing our McKinney-Vento students with items such as clothing, shoes, and emergency housing. This amendment does not change fund balance, and we are recommending approval as presented.
Move for approval, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Suttles. We have a second.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Dodd. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposition? And there is none. Thank you. Board Policy 1.102.
Changes to Board Policy 1.102 are recommended to align with statutory changes that allow board members of the board to be elected on a partisan basis. The corresponding legal reference in the policy was also updated in this change. The staff recommendation is to approve changes to Board Policy 1.102 on first reading.
We have a motion to approve the policy.
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Long. Have a second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Suttles. I have a question. Does this mean that we cannot have partisan elections, or that we can have?
So the state law changed 2 years ago, 2 legislative sessions ago, that allows you to run on a partisan basis if you so choose. So a board member can run on a partisan basis now. It used to be that school board members could not run, and we did not have partisan elections for school board members. But that changed. So so it doesn't specifically require you to run in a partisan election, but it does change the language, because prior to this change, this board policy said shall be elected on a nonpartisan basis, which was the law before.
So no matter how we vote on this policy, it's state law and it's going to be that way,
That's correct.
whether we vote for it or against it.
Yes, this change is just statutory in nature only.
Roll call vote, please, ma'am.
I have a question.
I'm sorry. Question, Ms. Dodd.
So I thought school board members could run as partisan,
Yes,
right?
that was the
Right.
state law change. Yes.
But now it's changed to, can
So.
you explain it one more time?
Yes, I can. Let me think of a way if I can explain it a little easier. So,
Yeah, break it down for me.
no, not you, just differently. So, 2 legislative sessions ago, the state legislature, prior to the change, school boards did not run, your political party was not associated with you as a school board candidate, school board member candidate. The state law changed to allow you to run on a partisan basis and associate with a specific political party if you so choose.
And we had just never updated our policy to be in line with the state law.
And this is state law, and
Yeah, so we are
Yes.
just,
We have
we are, when we did our policy audit this year, just going through and putting us in alignment with state law.
okay.
And
Like
also,
Mr. Campbell, like you said, no matter how we vote, it's still state law,
Yeah.
so we're gonna have to,
this is just an update to the policy.
right, okay.
Could I ask a question?
Thank you.
Just
Sorry.
check.
Just, what does this impact does this have as far as primaries? If they choose to run as a partisan, do they need to run in a primary?
Yes, they would. If there was a challenger, we've been fortunate that we haven't had any challenges, and that may impact our school board differently because we're elected at large.
I think you still have to run in the primary, though.
Yes.
You're on the ballot, even if there's if it's not a contested primary, you're still on the ballot for the party.
It is still listed.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I want to be absolutely clear my position. Partisan politics has no place for a school board.
I agree.
I absolutely abhor this statute, and I do not believe it to be appropriate. I think it's a distraction and ultimately destructive. And I don't believe I can vote for this policy change, even if it is in line with the state law.
Well, and I agree with you 100%, and we'll see how the vote goes, but it makes no difference really from what
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I
we're
understand.
told, but
It's a moral question for me.
I understand. All right, roll call vote, please, ma'am.
Karen Dodd,
Yes.
Barbara Long,
Yes.
Amanda Moore,
Yes.
Jeanette Price,
Yes.
Jimmy Richardson,
Nay.
David Settles,
Nay.
Butch Campbell.
Nay.
We have 3 noes and 4 yeses, so it passes.
Thank you, ma'am.
I will clarify that that was on first reading. So if anybody wants to bring any suggestions for the policy for second reading, like I said, it is state law. I will say, in other districts, I've provided similar language, and the districts had wanted partisan specifically in the policy. That is not in yours. So I do want to clarify that. It is just removing the nonpartisan language because that's no longer in the state law.
I appreciate that edit, Lauren, that it doesn't say we will run on a partisan basis or have
I
a choice,
also-
that we just leave it
right,
out.
it's not required.
I appreciate the way you made the
I have
edit.
a comment too.
Yeah.
That's okay, Mr. Campbell. I agree with you, Ms. Richardson, but since it was state law, I felt like I had to vote yes.
Could you say that louder about agreeing?
I agree with you. But I had to vote yes because it's the state law.
And I would agree, and that's what it's what our attorney told us. So made no difference how he voted, yea or nay. It's in effect, so
So our policies have to reflect
our
that.
policy has to reflect that, no
Yes.
matter how he voted. David, you got a comment?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, oh, wow, it's been a long time ago when I first ran, that's 8 years ago, this was not in effect. We could declare, you could say what your party was, but there was no primary. So we didn't primary, you just declared who you were and ran from there. And I'm with my brother, Jimmy, Mr. Richardson. I'm not in favor of the statute at all. And I do understand that we have to follow state law. So that was my position on it. I know we have to follow state law, but I'm kind of like Jimmy in that,
Me too.
And I know it looks like we were divided, women against men, because they outnumber us now, and it wasn't always this way, but we're all still together.
Walkways
Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell, can I say?
Ms. Moore?
Thank you. I agree with Mr. Richardson as well. I've been very clear about that all along. I think this was a terrible decision from our state legislature and would like to see it removed, that we are no longer partisan. But Lauren, I have a question for you, Ms. Bush. Are we required as a school board for our policies to align with state law?
Yes.
So that's my understanding. So that was the reason behind my yes vote. And so the women saved you all to keep us in line with state law. You all can have your symbolic no votes at the end of the roll call because we carried the weight for you on this one. You're welcome.
We'll do the heavy lifting for
Thank
you
you. We
all.
look forward to more of that.
Dude, it's getting too deep up here in a minute. I might have to leave. All right, thank you. I think we all understand where we stand and where we are, but that's the beauty of this board being as good as they are.
Yes.
Amen.
All right, approval of board policy 1.103, board evaluations.
Board Policy 1.103 is a new policy recommendation. This is based on the TSBA model policy for board evaluations. Additional language was added between first and second reading at Mr. Richardson's request to clarify that the board's goals will mirror the 5-year strategic plan. The staff recommendation would be to approve Policy 1.103, and this will be on second reading.
Mr. Chairman, I move for approval.
Thank you, Mr. Sutton. We have a second.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson. Any question or comment? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? And there is none. Thank you. Approval of capital improvement.
Yes, sir. The revised capital improvement plan is presented to the board for approval. This was shared with you at our workshop back at the beginning of the month. This plan has been updated to outline major projects and purchases we are anticipating over the next 5 years. It is just a projection and a plan. The plan will continue to be updated annually based on our needs. The board last approved a revision to the plan on September 5th of last year to account for the reallocation of county shared bonds. Staff will use the board-approved plan as we work with the city of Murfreesboro to address our needs, and we are recommending approval as presented.
All right, so thank you. Have a motion to approve the recommendation.
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Have a second.
Second?
Thank you, Ms. Long. Any question? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? And there is none. Thank you. Approval of August revenue and expenditure. Welcome, sir.
Welcome, thank you. They've allowed me back up here, so here we go. You do have my report in front of me. Obviously, this time of year, we'll tend to look like we're in the red, but that is just due to timing. A couple things that stand out on our expenditure lines is Board of Education line. We've already paid out 42%. That is our Tennessee risk management for our insurance. That is not alarming. That is normal for this time of year. Outside of that, the only other one that really stands out is regular capital outlay. That is thankful to Mr. Barch and Larry Wilford. We've got all our projects done before the fiscal year ended. Excuse me. So outside of that, everything else does seem to be in line. As far as revenue, one thing that does stick out is line number 4. We do have a huge jump in interest, $154,000 more in interest this year. Now, obviously, the Fed rate did drop last week. Our team, thanks to y'all's approval of the contract with the banking, we did get to lock in some rates with not only Pinnacle, our current banking provider, but also with Wilson. So we will get to enjoy those rates for over the next 10 months. Outside of that, TISA funding is up, but that's based off previous year. And I'll entertain any questions.
Any questions? Thank you, sir.
Mr. Kimball, if I can just add, I want to say thank you to Mr. Owens and the finance team. When he really was seeing that the interest was going to saw what was coming and acted quickly to secure some high rates for us for that. And so that is real money. And as you can see, that's making, we're already halfway to our yearly budget just with that. So just shout out to his team for being so proactive with that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Duke.
We have a motion to approve the report.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Sutton. Any question or comment? I see none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? And there is none. Thank you. All right, reports and information, personnel.
Our first report is your personnel report is in your packet tonight. We're happy to, if you have any questions on that. I will say this starts back on August 1st before the school year actually started, so it was kind of the last of our summer hires as well, but that's provided for your information.
Any question on the report? I see none. Enrollment report.
Mr. Rocha.
Good evening, Board.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
And welcome, Ms. Price, to your first televised meeting. For your viewing pleasure, the slides here are a summary of the handouts that you have before you. This is a repeat from the last session you had as well, so I'll go over at a high level for this for you. So looking at our average daily attendance, we are slightly down by 0.2, still strong at the 96%. From last year at the same time of period 1, we're down 47 students. We have 6 more students that are more truant, and we have about 100 more students that are chronically absent for those 2 days in a reporting period. So again, chronically absent is 10 days for the school year, but when you break it down by the period, it's 2 days that are on that average. We are still looking very strong on numbers. Our PTR numbers look strong. You'll see a slight decrease based on the 4th through 6th grade. And as we take a look at this number, that blue line, since there's 3 lines this year, we're doing a 3-year comparison. The blue line is where we're at. Last year was that orange, and then the 3rd year before was the gray. So you'll see that we are right in line where we were. Be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
Excellent report. I love the graphs. I'm going to say that every time I see it. Get used to that.
Thank you, sir, very much.
Thank
Good
you.
report.
I just want to say that you were missed at the workshop.
That's true.
You were missed at the workshop. I know you had other stuff that you had to do that was concerning your job and all that, but I was really looking forward to you being there giving something like
I
this.
heard my
but-
stand-in did quite the job. Maybe a little better.
No, I'm not offended at all, Mr. Settle, so.
Well, Ken, I'm glad you were missed. He didn't tell me that.
Because you phoned it in. You were on the phone.
All right, director's update, Dr. Duke.
Yes, sir. Just a few updates. Say, first of all, this is our first televised meeting, I think, since the school year maybe has begun. It's hard to keep track, but I just want to personally thank our teachers and our principals for what's really been a strong start to the school year. I feel really good about where we are. It's hard to believe that we're just now 2 weeks away from fall break. It goes very, very fast. And I just really appreciate the work of our principals and our teachers and our staff to make everything happen, and to our central office team who's working so hard behind the scenes to get everything done. We just have a really strong support system, and I'm really pleased with what's going on. Wanted to give you kind of 3 updates today. We're continuing, as Mr. Rocha said, to watch our enrollment carefully, continue to see students come in on a regular basis. Again, really watching areas around Hobgood, Reeves Rogers, and Black Fox is where we're continuing to see some growth, so we're keeping our eye on that specifically. On some good news, Ms. Trail went over several donations that it made. If you got to see the homecoming game for MTSU, thanks to MTSU, who gave us $10,000 on Saturday. That's going to go toward our music education program. I can't say enough about what a great partner MTSU has been for us, and we're just proud to have them as neighbors. And so we are going to greatly appreciate that $10,000 check. That's going to help buy us some new band instruments as well. I also want to say, I said it's been a very busy September for us. We've had a lot of events where we had been asked to host several different groups. So several weeks ago, we had 7 state legislators and the group from SCORE here at Salem. Thank you to the board members who were able to stop by that day. It was just a fantastic visit with, as I said this morning, our State of the Schools representatives from Memphis all the way to Washington County in between, coming to see and to get feedback from us. So I want to say thank you to the curriculum instruction team for helping to organize that and for really showing that off. It was just fantastic. And then last week we also were asked to host the State Board of Education, and thank you for those that came there. We had a team, 3 state board members plus another 4 from the state board at Black Fox for the entire day, listening to teacher panels, principal panels, student panels, doing a tour of the school. Of course, Ms. Streville and her staff did a fantastic job showing off the great things happening as a representative for our schools. So a lot of outside visitors coming in to look at Murfreesboro City Schools, and it's just been really fun to show off the great work that our teachers and our principals are doing every day. And then finally, I want to thank everyone in the community that came to our State of the Schools event this morning. It was a great event at the airport, being able to provide an update to our community, just kind of where we are as we start this new year. So like I said, I know it's been a very busy month for everybody, and but they've all been just fantastic visits, fantastic things happening, and just wanted to say congratulations to the staff of the schools that have hosted these events. They've just been fantastic.
Thank you, sir. Very well stated. I think we all appreciate all of our personnel, whether they be the school that hosted folks coming in or not. We have a wonderful staff, and I think that's evident by the accomplishments that everybody takes to heart. Anything else come before this illustrious board tonight? I see nobody saying a word, so all in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposition, nay. Good night.